Marines trying to engage with all of these Banshees and Vikings right behind it. Vikings really not doing much. This does look to kind of be a bad engage, though the point defense drone looks to be doing well. So it looks like he's basically just using the Marines as bait while he cloaks up his Banshees and soaks up damage with Vikings. Really relying pretty heavily on that float. It is kind of a nice idea because it does take the zealot factor out of the army, and he's just dealing with those stalkers. So here he comes, pushing back a little bit more, taking out the point defense drone. Looks to be two pretty evenly matched armies here, especially being reinforced by all four of these starports. That is just a ton of starports. And you will see he has 4 battlecruisers in production. He has laid down his third over here, or flown over his third. If you look at the income tab, they are relatively close. Here he is pushing up, trying to investigate these towers. Plenty of observers on the field now because he realizes he's got to have those to be able to deal with these cloaked Banshees. That is just a ton of Banshees. Here they are, both macroing up a little bit more. Eden's going to push out. He's also taking a 4th up here. He is just going mass macro and just trying to keep the pressure on to keep him inside of his base and allow him to just keep expanding and hopefully take an economic advantage. Now we have battlecruisers out, and they are just doing some great damage. I'm not really sure of the point of the Vikings in the army, other than maybe soaking up some damage. They really should have been trying to go with these observers if he still had that Raven in the mix. Does he still have the Raven in the mix? Oh no, he lost his Raven, so he can't see those observers. That is just a very strong army right there. Here he is pushing into the main base, and now Protoss is on his heels. This is a scary army. Though these stalkers are doing really well against it, actually. It's just so many of them. It's really quite a sizable air force. The cannons are helping, they just don't do too much to these battlecruisers. Battlecruisers start off with armor of 3. And he's got a couple SCVs down here doing the repair thing as well. And it's kind of nice because the AI won't attack the SCVs so much as long as they're not attacking. So he's bringing back. He's landing mules actually to repair these battle cruisers. Wow. Marines coming in to reinforce, stimming up, and this is going to be good game. Those battle cruisers are just such a beefy unit here in the late game. Especially now that they have that speed on them. I don't think that they're still fast enough to be able to get away, but at least you can get them to the fight now. That was always the problem in the past, is you could just never get them anywhere without being horribly out of position somewhere else. And he does a good job here of using the Marines to actually be able to turtle through the first part. And he doesn't waste a lot of gas and such in getting upgrades. He gets stim pack and such, but for the most part he just bunkers down and controls with those Marines until he gets 4 starports out and just starts pumping out battle cruisers and Banshees. So over here we have him trying to counter push on in, stemmed up Marines coming in, trying to defend. He's actually long line mining over here Almost done with that, but he's got stalkers pushing into his base. I think blue is not going to have any problems cleaning this up. Just run his little army over here, and that'll be that. I don't think Eden is going to be able to do enough actual damage. So he did do a really good job of getting these blink stalkers very well upgraded. Oh, and the Yamada cannon comes out, picking off those stalkers. Oh my lord. Let's see that again. That was cool. Never mind. I'm sure he's got it. He's still got a lot of bases to kill. Man, how many of those does he have? 5 battle cruisers. That is just ridiculous. Though the blink stalkers should be a good way of dealing with this, just for their upward mobility and strong against air units, but these battle cruisers are just ridiculous. Again, no upgrades. He's not doing anything in the way of upgrades, just straight producing battle cruisers. Got another one on the way, some more Banshees, Yamada cannoning. As you can see, the blink stalkers are very good against the battle cruisers. They do quite a bit of damage. So he is staying in this game with blink stalkers, but here come more battle cruisers. Just more battle cruisers. I guess that's the strategy, you know? Build a bunch of starports, make a bunch of battle cruisers. Though he is getting out a bunch more Marines now, and still doing the battle cruiser thing, though. Is he switching? Is he doing any research at all? I don't even... Yeah, he's done no upgrading whatsoever. He's not doing any upgrading, though he is getting a second one now. I'm not sure what that's... Oh, there he goes. Alright, so now he's starting his upgrades. But as you can see, these battle cruisers can almost hold their own against almost fully upgraded blink stalkers. That's pretty impressive. Here we are, a little bit of harass. All he's trying to do now is just take out these SCVs and hopefully maybe get an advantage at some point in time economically. And he's trying to abuse the maneuverability and mobility of these blink stalkers against the slow-moving battle cruisers. But the Banshees do a good job of keeping up, and then with the Marines, I think it's just going to be too little too late, because as you can see, he's expanded down to here, to here. He has the whole side, basically, and he has enough mules that he can stay in this game without SCVs now, probably. So Terran pushing back in. Here, Eden trying to do just a little bit more damage. I'm not sure he realizes that, you know, he's got more expansions going up over here, and this is pretty well mined. So, I mean, it's not a huge loss to him. And he only has what is that, like 5 blink stalkers that he's running around with now? So he's trying to get his economy back on track. He's way oversaturated here. Battle cruisers coming in, Yamato cannoning. Oh wow, that thing has quite a range on it. Wow. He is just Yamato cannoning the ever-living shit out of that. And at this point, I think it's just too many battle cruisers. Let's speed this up as he wipes him out. This is going to take a while. Trying to chase down the stalkers. Really, if I were him, I think I would just be ignoring those stalkers. There you go. There's the good game. They know it's over. Alright, well that was another fun battle cruiser game. Alright, for Captain Floppy Hat, wishing you all a very good game.